Hey guys, back in Haven, the Frostback Mountains. Get some opportunities here to talk to Iron Bull. First time ever.
They've got good form. Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use.
Did Cullen tell you he was a Templar? He's not wearing the armor.
He didn't have to. Might not be a Templar shield, but it's a Templar holding it. He angles the shield just a bit down. Helps direct fire or acid away, so it doesn't spray right into your face. Qunari learned the same thing when we trained to fight Tevinter mages. Your Templar's doing good work.
Huh.
Are your mercenaries adjusting to life here?
Getting there. No major fights with Inquisition troops, beyond the usual chest thumping. Don't worry. The Chargers have worked with other groups before. I'll keep them in line. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top. You've got no leader. No Inquisitor.
Then maybe we need one. I'd be willing.
You? Huh. Why you?
Nobody else seems to be stepping forward, and since I can seal rifts, I'm here whether I like it or not. If it proved necessary to have an Inquisitor, I could make a go of it.
For a second there, you sounded like a Qunari. My people don't pick leaders from the strongest, or the smartest, or even the most talented. We pick the ones willing to make the hard decisions, and live with the consequences. Who knows? Maybe you sealed the breach. The Chantry gets off its ass and all those soldiers go home and get fat.
You think?
It could happen. It won't, but it could.
That's nice.
How's it going?
I'd like to know more about your work with the Ben Hasrath.
Ben Hasrath is actually a general term. You've got the secret police who investigate problems inside our territory. You've got the re-educators who take people with problems and fix their minds. Or make them disappear. And then you've got the spies.
None of those sound exactly like you.
Yeah, I was a special case. They sent me to Saharan because they needed someone who could fight and hunt down problems. That whole island was a sack of cats. Incursions from Tevinter, Tal-Vashath, and native rebels fighting both sides. And in the middle, me, trying to wrangle the rebels and restore order.
You seem like the type who enjoys a good fight.
There's a good fight, and there's finding out who put rat poison in the bread and killed a bunch of children. I hunted down a lot of rebels. Lost a lot of friends to the Vince, or the Fog Warriors, or the Tal-Vashath. One day I woke up and couldn't think of a damned reason to keep doing my job. Turned myself into the re-educators.
Not many people would have the courage to do that.
I thought about letting some rebel kill me, but I couldn't give any of those bastards the satisfaction. The Ben Hasrath ordered me to go to Orlais, ostensibly as a Tal-Vashath, and work undercover. That's how I ended up here.
Thanks for the information, Bull.
No problem, boss. Anyway, nice talking with you.
Interesting.
What's going on?
I'd like to know more about the
Get all
Qunari.
the information out of him.
Writing a book?
The Qunari pose a threat to all of Thedas. I want to know what I might have to deal with someday.
Smart move. All right. What do you want to know?
The word Qunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The Qunari who break away from the Qun are Tal-Vashath, deserters.
What about Qunari who existed before the Qun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kasith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kasith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear, but I don't expect they look much like us, whatever they are.
How do the Qunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Qunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Qunari safe from outside threats.
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Qunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight. Or kill you.
In some ways, I gotta say, it's not. I mean, it's better than politicking, at least in the context of the game.
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Qunari conquered Orlais or Ferelden?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages... Can you imagine Solus trying his fade dreaming under the cube? Or Vivian doing her political bullshit? Both Sarah and Varric would mouth off until they ended up re-educated, drugged until their minds broke. So, to answer your question, no, I don't think about it much at all.
I've heard there's no marriage among the Qunari.
Yeah, that's true. Qunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Qunari don't have sex?
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
I could work with that.
I know, right? No drama. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads.
Is that a coincidence? It's gotta be a coincidence.
How is everyday life different for Qunari?
Well, depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Val Royeaux gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Q. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
It can't be exactly the same. The Qunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Val Royeaux has? Life isn't about freedom. The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her 'cause it's stale? Same crap in Val Royeaux. People are just people.
What's it like growing up under the Qun?
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers or chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasra.
So the Qun decided what work you would do. You didn't get a choice.
I could have acted like I didn't like hitting things, I guess. But why would I do that? I was good at my work. I liked doing it. Far as I can tell, the Tamasrans made the right call.
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
I mean, I imagine the conversation with Iron Bull would
You've
be
seen our mounts. Most of them should be pulling plows.
We didn't all grow up
fairly
with fancy
similar
horses on, but
in
you ride whatever holds you.
different mounts. Interesting. Some horses. In the sense that when I was talking to Solus, there was that elven relationship as well. So if I were playing a Qunari, I imagine it could be fairly interesting. Oh, it's Blackwall. I'll talk to him.
Maker, look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it. To be that close.
I survived. Nothing to crow about.
Nothing to crow about. Do people normally fall out of the sky where you come from? I have to admit, I thought you'd be...
Human?
Yes.
Do you object to my kind?
Of course not. Didn't mean to offend. It's what you do and how you do it that's important. Just one question then. How do you think you fit in with all this?
Well, I don't... It's one of these two, right? I don't really like the worship.
It's been a whirlwind. It's hard to say where I fit.
I guess we'll have to figure that out. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers.
Oh, there's loot. No, there's loot there. Apprentice staff schematic. Need some better gear.
I've heard rumors of abandoned Warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
I'm not gonna flirt with him. I'm interested in Solus.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
The Wardens? I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do Wardens do when the world's not ending?
There is still Darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is not so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords. Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own like always. Quietly killed my fair share of Darkspawn too.
You haven't had contact with other Wardens for a while. Why were you on your own?
It's what I've always done. Recruitment only requires one man. Besides, I've always been a loner. Works best for everyone that way.
So you have no idea where the rest of the Wardens are?
Do you find that odd? The Blight is over. You don't need an organized force. And orders don't change much from day to day. For the last 1,000 years or so, it's been just find Darkspawn, kill them, repeat as necessary.
It's not bad.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me. Inquisitor?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I expected more. More men, better equipment. You may have Andraste's favor, but wars are won by men, soldiers.
I'm surprised the social justice warriors didn't catch on to that one. He's using only masculine references, men.
I don't need you to tell me what I already know.
You asked for my opinion. That was my opinion.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Madame Vivian only allied with the Inquisition because she knows it will bring her power. The most poisonous snakes are often the most beautiful.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Sarah doesn't know who she is or what she wants. And doesn't even care.
Huh.
You must have some feelings about
it's
our
kind of annoying.
friends.
You have to repeat it all the
I
time.
fear for Cassandra sometimes. The way she throws herself into battle. I've never known a warrior like her.
I want to hear his thoughts on all of them.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Don't play Diamondback with Solus. You've been warned. Taught him the game last night. He turned around and beat me at it. Lost everything. Had to walk back to my quarters with only a bucket for my bits.
Interesting.
What do you think of the Inquisition's cause?
Restoring order is a goal I support wholeheartedly. But that's not the end of it, is it? Not by a half. The Lady Seeker believes we are restoring the Chantry. Others say it needs reform. I don't know where you stand on the matter, and I'll admit I haven't made up my mind either.
What do you think about all this trouble between the Mages and Templars?
Looking at it from where we stand, it seems inevitable. But that could be hindsight. How many of us actually saw it coming? Either way, I don't think the Chantry will ever recover.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
Certainly have enough gold for one of these. I'm thinking about giving it to Vivienne, maybe. No, no, for now, I'll stick with it. Okay, Packmaster. Since I have no two-handed warriors either, this could be useful. Light Adventurer code. It looks pretty cool, but unfortunately, protection isn't that great. Unfortunately. I think Iron Bull already has that. Griffin Helmet. Keep that around. Alright. That's enough chatting and selling and what have you. Must be cold. I mean, Iron Bull is running around half naked. But I'm not sure how to do it yet, but I'm trying to recruit Dorian. I already met him, but rather quickly I'll talk to Solus. No, I definitely like my armor. I think it looks quite cool. She's quite full of herself, though, Enchanter Vivienne.
Hello.
Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
I guess I got every conversation I could out of him. See if I can drop off some items.
Thank you for all that you are doing to her.
If you're not using them later, Zegrit is
Nightmare
willing to
claws.
I don't feel comfortable letting parts from demons be available for sale.
pay. To be honest, I'm not sure who would buy them.
Good day to you.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies.
I see.
We must
I've already
aim
had this
for more.
conversation.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
I wonder if there's anything else to talk to Vivian about.
Yes?
Oh, God. Yeah. Ram leather. I need to figure out how to use all these components I've been gathering as well. I haven't really taken the time to figure that out. Summon the board. The council board. Zero perks.
We'll post soldiers a safe distance from the temple.
Our best guess at safe, anyway.
Life Warden. Let's see. I could visit the Templars. In Hushed Whispers. Oh, this is the... yeah. Okay, no, that's right. Now I can finally go build watchtowers. Oh, that's important. I bet he's faster than... Yep. I knew he would be the fastest at
All
this.
right.
Let us begin.
Okay. And... Amulet of Power. It's nice. Mediocre.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Two choices. Champions of the Just or in Hushed Whispers. But I'm a mage. That's why I'm going for this.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of the Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
So, we've heard from Magister Alexius. I expected as much.
And yet some of us want to sit and do nothing. Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep. Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister...
Has outplayed us.
We can't just give up. There has to be something we can do.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Where's the Earl of Redcliffe? I'm sure he'd help us get his castle back.
After he was displaced, Arl Tegan rode straight for Dunnerin to petition the Crown for help. I doubt he'll want our assistance once the Ferelden army lays siege to his castle. Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
While they're focused on Levellan, we break the Magister's defenses. It could work, but it's a huge risk.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
There he is.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this.
You're not ordering
We can
me.
still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
So Dorian is inextricably linked to... Hey, okay. Does he have a cool staff at least? I hope he has some decent gear at the very least. Change the gear. Wow.
Announce us.
Scary.
The Magister's invitation was for Mistress Llewellyn and no one else. You lot wait here.
Where I go, they go.
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
Enough pleasantries. Shall we begin?
It's refreshing to meet someone so goal-oriented. The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Oh boy. Wow. I don't know what to... Nothing is... I'm direct. Corvina's direct Inquisitor. Just gets cuts to the chase.
Don't bother. I know that you invited me here to kill me.
If you believe that, I marvel that you chose to come anyway.
She knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
You wanted me here. Why?
Do you know what you are? You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake.
If you know so much, enlighten me. Tell me what this mark on my hand is for.
It belongs to your betters. You wouldn't even begin to understand its purpose.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
What's better than turning back time?
He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No. It's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
Whoa. 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 What's going on there?
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Why do I only have 2? And this is going to be retarded if I can't actually level up my... Wow. Wow. I can't level up my Dorian at all. It's really bad. Well, so he has effectively no abilities. Great. Okay. Talk about freaking kiting. He can't do anything since he has no abilities. The only thing he can do is fire. Already consumed a potion. This one is... I don't know why I can do the double phase step, but I can. I think it's probably because of the trigger thing I have going. Okay, they're ignoring him. That's interesting.
Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when! Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
Then we undo this and go back. Now.
I'm not certain it'll be a matter of snapping our fingers, but yes. I quite agree. Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
Nice.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I countered it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Make sense?
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect you.
Thanks.
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly
I like
powerful.
him. I like him.
Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
Then let's go.
I'm right behind you.
I like him. And I can finally level him up. Hey. Yeah, I was grinding a fair bit, so yeah. They have more. Interesting. No specialty, though. He's going to be a replacement for Vivienne. So we do need a barrier. Fade step essential. Blizzard. That's powerful. Well, for now, I have no barrier to speak of. You can always respec later. Staff is okay. Armor is not too bad, actually. He's wearing the enchant. Okay, so. Loot. Interesting. Prison key. His staff is still better than that. Of course, they don't consider, you know, if you're not playing a mage, well, might have played a tank, but in this case, what the hell is going on here? Not sure where to go. All seems discovered upper cells. Oh, an amulet of power, right? Varric only. Yeah, doesn't help. Critical chance. Life ward amulet. Oh. That makes sense. Now, I'm not investigating spoilers in this game, but my bet is that this Elder one is a ancient Tevinter Magister, maybe even Corypheus, I don't know. But definitely one of the original Magisters. Nice that there are no encounters so far. Well, still can't cast. What the hell happened there?
Watch it!
Dorian, that was pretty foolish, I think. No, I forgot to turn his tactics off, automatic. Disabled, wall of ice. I don't actually Fade step is okay. Actually, I prefer having absolute control. I don't really know how to use Wall of Ice yet, so I'm going to wait and see how the AI deploys it. But yeah. It's stupid that I fell off of the ledge. A beautiful chest. Huh. Why does it say that this is... but I just came from here. Upper zones. I need my party. Well, I suppose... Could try the other way.
Bottles of beer on the wall. 300 bottles of beer.
It's Iron Bull.
Take one down, pass it around.
Thank the gods. Dude.
You're not dead. You're supposed to be dead. There was a burn on the ground and everything.
Alexius didn't kill us. His spell sent us through time. This is our future.
Well, it's my present, and in my past, I definitely saw you both die.
We're going to fight Alexius and see about fixing all this. You coming?
Why? You want to see what other tricks he's learned?
If we find him, we might be able to get back to our own time and stop all this before it happens. Exciting, yeah?
Alexius isn't the one you need to worry about. It's his Elder One. He killed the Empress of Orlais and used the confusion to launch an invasion of the South. The army was all demons. You ever fought a demon army? I don't recommend it.
Oh wow, he really is from the future. Pretty sure it's a Tevinter Magister.
We'll make Alexius regret what he's done.
Let's move. No time like the present.
So, is that